The following program contains spoilers, inappropriate language, and sexual tension so thick you could cut it with a gentle handshake. Listener discretion is advised.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us once again for Once in a Full Moon, the podcast where two men watch full moon movies and you watch them fall in love. My name is Keith Brooks, and I'm here with my co-host who once said that turkeys are the most fuckable of birds.
I never said that.
David Haddad.
I never said that. Why would you say that I did that?
I have the direct quote right here. It says, and I quote, "My name is David Haddad. Goddamn turkeys are fuckable. They're the most fuckable of birds."
You're literally just looking at your empty hands. Yeah, well, hi, everybody. Thanks for coming back. We've got a great show planned for you guys today. And, yeah, super planned.
Can I say something super planned? Can I say something? Your table beside you with your assorted drinks, your drinks look like they're in, like, seance pattern because they're so, like, separate from each other, but very stylish. You're drinking a lot of LaCroix, buddy. Are you okay?
Yeah,
you
I'm drinking a lot. I'm trying to stay hydrated. I'm trying to be, athletic. I'm trying to do the workout thing. I'm drinking coffee right now, and coffee really makes me poop. So,
gotcha. Well, that's fun. I like that second table. When did you add the second table?
Bro, I've had the second table, and I need it because I don't know how to keep a desk organized. So, there's so much shit that's like off camera, and it prevents me from like writing or doing something. So I have this little single table, that's just like great. I guess like kind of on the side. I really dig it. I think it's a good add to the table get.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. My table's just filled with Funko Pops and potato chip bags. But anyway, we're here not to talk about our messiness, but rather the hit full moon movie Prehysteria. David, Prehysteria, are you super excited to talk about it?
I mean, you know what? I went into this movie and I didn't know how much I was going to dig it, but like I really thought it was good. Kind of mostly because it's sort of like not aimed at kids.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's on purpose. Like I feel like they really aimed for children, but they missed it.
Yeah.
just missed the shit out of it. But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't write up, I guess, like a synopsis of the movie. So instead, I went over to our friends at OpenAI and I typed in a bunch of stuff into ChatGPT. The AI instead gave me like its review of the movie. Obviously, the AI didn't like watch the movie, and
you don't know its style.
I mean, yeah, and we don't actually have friends with OpenAI because they're a huge company and we're just two guys recording stuff. Yeah. All right, Prehysteria, the 1993 family comedy film, is a film that is not to be underestimated. Despite its humble beginnings, this film packs a punch with its impressive special effects, particularly the mini dinosaurs, and they are really, really good. The miniature creatures are nothing short of magical and are sure to bring a smile to the faces of dinosaur lovers of all ages. The story follows Rico Sarno, a museum curator who stumbles upon a nest of 5 dinosaur eggs and decides to take them for himself. However, fate has other plans, and the eggs end up hatched in the hands of a raisin farmer and his children. God, I wish I could read today. The children's discovery of the hatching eggs and their efforts to protect the miniature dinosaurs is the heart of the film. The sound production in this movie is a work of art. And with music that will have you tapping your toes and humming along. It's a delightful mix of catchy tunes and haunting melodies that perfectly complement the on-screen action. In short, Prehysteria is a movie that defies expectations and is a shining example of what can be achieved with a low budget and a lot of heart. It's a movie that's equal parts charming, entertaining, and snarky, with a cast of lovable characters that are sure to win over even the harshest of critics. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride because this movie is one for the ages. I love this.
I like for the ages thing.
So I like that I didn't read this beforehand. And also, like, this is like getting someone to do your homework.
Absolutely.
Before you have to like turn it in and go, yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely right. Like we need 800 words. We have 40 now padded out. Because I feel like most of that was so generic it could be applied to any movie, but certain parts of it definitely shouldn't be applied to this movie. But I had no idea he was a raisin farmer. I had no fucking
No,
clue.
that's certainly something like that they keep going back to in the movie, but it's never
Yeah.
explicitly said. Like, he's got a farm. I just thought he was like some kind of wild, independent, like, archaeologist. And that was
Yeah.
just the land he owned in the most expensive part of California. Like,
Absolutely.
which is I don't know. And he keeps talking about his unfortunate situation, but obviously he's a millionaire, right?
Obviously.
Like,
Of course, I never really thought about how raisins come into our life. Like, so I never even associated the fact there'd be a raisin farmer. I thought raisins came when a grape farmer went on vacation for too long, and then these motherfuckers just started singing while on the vine, and then
Yeah.
they're raisins. You know what I mean? But that's before we get into our actual discussion of the movie. Can you name the 5 amazing characters from this film?
which characters? Which characters?
I said 5. You should know instantly which
Are
characters.
you talking about the little weird dinosaur things?
Yep, the weird, amazing dinosaur things.
All right. Sure.
Go for it. Let me hear them.
One of them is Mustafa, right?
Nothing you have said is accurate.
All right. No. I feel like there's no. There's Elvis, that's the T-Rex.
Yeah.
There is Hammer.
Are you looking it up on Wikipedia?
I'm not. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the camera right now. This is the camera. So Elvis, Hammer, Madonna,
Great.
Jagger.
Yep.
Jagger's
perfect.
one, and Franz Ferdinand. I don't know the fucking last one. I got 4. Fuck you. All right, I got most of them. That's most of them.
Paula. It would be interesting if it was named Franz Ferdinand, because the band wouldn't have come out yet, so it would have just been like their big 1990 or big 1914 fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really love World War I. Well, let's watch this fucking trailer. You go ahead and pull it up. Do you have it pulled up on your end?
Yeah, I've got it up.
All right.
Let's do this.
Oh, your mark, get set, go.
People also should pull this up while we're watching. Like, you won't get the jokes unless.
Black, returning this summer from the depths of time.
Look, I don't want to get prehysterical here, but I think I'm going to change the course of natural history.
Title.
Yeah, you just hit it.
I'm going to be a very, very rich man.
All right, my computer just I guess hung up real bad. Oh no, here we go. And he's got the eggs. That's
Yep.
great.
Monica! Where's the cooler, Monica?
Ruby
I love
is
that dog.
that
Yeah,
dog
that
is
dog's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah,
Ruby's the best dog.
yeah.
She's the best girl. I had a hard time liking this dad. Like,
Yeah, I've seen this dad in other things, but
Yeah.
he's a dickbag, totally.
What's going on?
so those little dinos, like I guess like on the pads of raisins, make so much more sense. I didn't think they were raisins. I thought they were just trying to find low cost ways to sort of showcase dinosaur poop, like all around them.
I thought it was dog food, but I also feel that like most animals are allergic to raisins, so there's a good chance it would kill these dinosaurs.
Music, yeah.
Yeah.
Behold, I give you.
Oh my gosh, the 30-year-old guy who's playing a 16-year-old child.
I know.
Is amazing. Is amazing.
Oh, not in any capacity. Even his little accent of like, yeah, Monica. Like, he sounded like a character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, like 100%.
So he's like, is that guy pre-Pauly Shore? Or is he post-Pauly Shore?
I guess he's like same time as Pauly Shore. I think they're trying to benefit from Pauly Shore occurring. When did Jurassic Park come out?
I have no idea when Jurassic Park.
I wanted to say 94. No, 93. So it's the same year as this.
That's tough that's steep competition.
Yeah. I wonder if like Jurassic Park comes out in like January and they're like, fuck, let's get a dinosaur movie together by June. You know what I mean?
Let's make it real fast, guys.
Yeah, yeah. So let's dive into discussion of Prehysteria, which is our second film by Full Moon that we've watched. This one, and David said at the beginning, "I'm glad we're touching kids," which was a weird thing to say.
I have no idea why you'd say that. Oh my god,
You really said that one. But yeah, I mean, I think this shows the spectrum that fucking Full Moon has, where they're not just doing horror movies, but they're doing kids movies, kind of, because this is
Yeah.
like not quite a kids. It feels like a Goosebumps novel, but like 15 minutes in, the kid's like, "Well, Dad's just horny."
Yeah.
And the kid's not wrong, because Dad is definitely horny, and the woman he's going after is fine as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
but still,
Very, very very lovely woman. But like certainly in the movie they miss some beats. I think also in the very beginning, you know, like they're trying to make this dad as a sympathetic widower, but like he gave away a bunch of puppies, like, you know, like,
dude.
and I was just like, and Ruby again is the best character in the movie. So when
Mhm.
you see like this beautiful golden retriever sad, and you know, you hear that the father like gave away all of her like lovely puppies, you're like, I just want to smash his face with a hammer. Like,
Absolutely.
why would you do that, you freaking jerk? But I mean, I guess, you know, like I guess like later on she gets new babies, and those new babies are tiny puppet dinosaurs, which are really well put together. I
Yeah.
mean, Full Moon, they can make themselves some puppets. I mean,
Yeah.
they're really good at it.
That's sort of the thing, I would think. You know, like,
Yeah.
it'd be like Disney. Like, we know how to animate mice. We could do this. Like, that's,
Yes, it'll like, no problem. We'll knock that out of the park.
yeah.
So, but
I do think too, like the dad. I've recognized him from something. I refuse to look him up, but we might see him again in either one of these movies. But that's not even where the movie starts. The movie starts with racist Jack Black going through Mexican pyramids, I guess.
yeah,
And destroying the ancestors in the most well-kept hidden temple I've ever seen in my life. It looked like a Nickelodeon game show set, absolutely, like, to me. And then when we get back to the dad and Taylor, they're doing some sort of archaeological dig just for the purpose of him going to see hot archaeologists and try to flirt with her. And then even when his kids are calling him out on trying to smash and use his riz, as the kids say, he's like, your mom's been dead 2 years. I need to fuck. Like, that's his like attitude. Which again is a weird place for a kid's movie to start, you know?
Yeah. No, I guess like certainly, but that dude, like I guess like that I guess like Rico Sarno, is that the guy's name? Like Rico
Yep.
Sarno.
Mhm.
He like is really hardcore. He goes into this amazingly like well maintained like I guess like dig site, and he like steps over like 4 dead people. And he's just like, whatever, just a little bit on the cold side.
Yeah.
And he like moves past all these murdered people to find like this like frozen area in the middle of not Mexico,
Yeah.
where the eggs are.
But it's
So,
also, there's no indication that he knows what he's looking for. He's just looking for something. And even when he gets the eggs, he doesn't know what the fuck's in them, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing there to say, oh, these are dinosaur eggs. Or beyond that, these are fucked up dinosaur eggs. These
Yeah.
are I don't know, dinosaur eggs that didn't bake all the way but came out as adults nonetheless. Like, these are little people dinosaurs, which, not to say little people are fucked up. We're cutting this whole section. Little people
we're gonna chop
but-
out. Well, no. I feel like you said some very telling things in that area. But yeah, we'll chop it out, and then we'll just jump to you said some very telling things in this area. But
There's
yeah,
but again, there's never any explanation about why these dinosaurs are perfectly constructed as adults, but the size of action figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
than, we have these action figures of dinosaurs. Let's fucking work with these guys. You know what I mean?
His guide into that area is like the most stone cold dude as well. Like, and again, like I guess like Rico Sarno, like he's got a
Great
knife
name.
to his throat. Yeah, Rico Sarno. He's got a knife to his throat. Like I guess like, and he just sort of like takes one of these frozen eggs, doesn't miss a beat, smashes this fucking murderer because there are bodies in there. You know, the person who caught the bodies was the other guide.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Like, because there's no other thing in this this tomb thing that would kill anybody, right? There aren't really traps or anything. They're just people who got cut up.
Or the traps have all been set off already, so now they're extinguished. And they
I
didn't
guess that's
plan
fair.
for perpetual traps. You know what I mean? It was just like, we got 7 traps, hombre, and then these are going to take about, Spanish. But so,
Certainly.
I think, but I was really jumping around. I love that we saw that dude again at the end. Like,
Yeah.
ready to kill the motherfucking family with the dinosaurs. Like, that's
Just
great.
ready to just murder some kids. Yeah, I think that Full Moon does a great job always setting up like the sequel, right?
Yeah.
They know how to hit it. They're like, the audience is gonna want another one of these.
We're gonna
right? And
catch that money train in Prehysteria. I guess they do think big picture, like the vast majority of the time.
Yeah.
This one, I feel the vast majority of the movie is kids getting dinosaurs. Dad is gonna fuck hot chick, and then the conflict comes the last 10 minutes. And that conflict is pretty intense because Rico Sarno hires like the mob to take out the family and get the dinosaur eggs, which is kind of intense.
So another scene I want to talk about really quick is when so guy that owns his farm, he's raisin farmer by day, archaeologist by night. He finds a bunch of poop.
Classic story.
Yeah, classic story. He finds a bunch of dinosaur poop. He takes it to this place where you can just sell dinosaur poop, like this like place in the middle of LA where you could just like sell dinosaur.
Let's back the fuck up. You're being very generous saying that they're in the middle of LA because they are not in the middle of LA.
Let's imagine for a moment they're in the middle of LA, and he's selling it to this incredibly fun, other archaeologists, and in the middle of this transaction, they look like they're gonna fuck, like right there,
straight up.
Like his kids are in the shop, and they just start like moving in for that kiss out of nowhere. Just like their heads moving, they tilt to the side, both lips pursed, ready to go right over this dinosaur shit, and it's really a moment. And then I think they're like one of the like other the dumb kids, Monica, whatever. She comes up and she says something like, "Hey, daddy," and she says that a lot in this movie. That's the way she interrupts everything and just completely smashes the vibe.
Completely. Also, I think the lady's name is Vicky, and the store is open. Like, there are others. This is not the only people in the store. It's not just her family. Or his family. There's another motherfucker in the background, and then some old janitor named Roscoe or some bullshit. Like, it's an open, active place, and she is wetter than Niagara Falls for this dad.
Yeah.
And it's intense. But I also don't understand. I mean, I guess it's a gift shop. I guess there's a museum attached to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand Rico Sarno's business model at all. I don't think that this makes money. I don't get it. Also, that janitor's name is Whitey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. That Whitey. Which I feel like Whitey is one of those janitors that knows a little bit more than he's letting on. He doesn't seem shocked at all that there are dinosaurs running around. He's like, oh, guess it's Tuesday.
He's just ready for it. He's just like, that makes sense for this kind of place. But also that actor does not look well, in the movie. And I don't think it's makeup. He looks really, really in an unfortunate place with his life.
He looks like he should be the bad guy of the movie, but instead Rico Sarno is. But Rico Sarno looks like he should be the bad guy in a Power Rangers episode, maybe with a little bit better of acting chops than that. But what a wild ride! And I also I'm disturbed at how willing they are when they get to the house to take over everything and to kidnap the dinosaurs and the family. How willing they are to kill the dog.
Yeah, straight up.
Because
they're just going to kill the dog.
Yeah, which Ruby, again, the best character. And then they leave. They kidnap Vicky, I think is her name, and the dinosaurs. And then the family doesn't do anything. They just sit there. They chill. The next day, apparently, they're in the newspaper, and Rico and his girlfriend, Vicky, are now going to report some great new discovery to the world. And at that moment, because you see this on a newspaper headline, and I had so many feelings. One, the fact that a newspaper would report on this without verifying it. Oh my God. If that's still the case, I'm going to go to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and be like, "Oh, guys, I want to report that I have the biggest dick in the world." Oh, I'm sorry, no verification. Just go.
Let's just run that. Let's just run that.
Put that
Let's
on the
put that
front
out in the
page.
universe.
Yeah. And secondly, I thought instantly before anything else happened that it was like, oh shit, Vicky was in on it the entire time. Like she was working the dad to try to get to the dinosaurs, blah blah blah. And then that wasn't the case. I was giving it way too much depth. I was giving way too many spins and turns. I don't know.
They don't do anything. Like the dad actually, it's like he actively does not try to save the people when they take Vicky away at gunpoint. They're just like, and they take his dog away at gunpoint. The dad also, like, in the middle of the movie, like, is complaining that, like, because the kid insinuates that Ruby is in heat, and he's just like, well, we got to keep, the Davidson Spaniel off of my farm because I'm not gonna have no other dogs. And then, like, he's just like, well, the little kid's like, oh well, sometimes it's stuff like that happens, and the dad's like, it better not, or else I'm gonna Ruby. And I'm like, you better not say you're gonna kill Ruby, you piece of shit.
Absolutely. And then
You piece of shit, you're gonna fucking
Piece of
kill that lovely
shit.
dog. I'm gonna fucking run you over with my car. Like,
Goddamn, yeah.
I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of feelings about that man wanting to hurt that dog.
He also says that they have enough pets, and it's like I don't see a single other pet anywhere.
They have no working animals. I don't understand how this farm works.
At
Like,
all.
I don't understand. I know that, like, they picked up day laborers in, like, one scene. They get in the back of a truck, and then they go and sort of, like, into these fields that are, I don't think they're grapes. Like, I don't think they're grapes. I don't see grapevines.
I think it was a marijuana field, and and then Paula the Brachiosaurus scares the shit out of one of the migrant workers, and he runs away. I remember that scene. The weird thing is the young boy who's supposed to be the star of the film, who's fine, but is obsessed with rockabilly, which that's weird, but that's whatever. That leads us to having the Elvis name and making the movie very relevant with all of its musical names. But I do think the musical names are pretty on point. Jagger is a great name for a Stegosaurus. Anyway, he often cites that his sister is in heat as well.
Yeah.
And that's that makes me uncomfortable instantly. But then we see the boy that was one of the dudes that she was potentially fucking. I think it's Danny the Idiot or something like that, who's clearly meant to be a 16-year-old being played by a 72-year-old. Like,
he looks like the director or the producer for Full Moon Productions.
Yeah.
With, like, this awful wig and this fluorescent hat. This I guess, like, this tank top that's just sort of all over the place, and the guy just, I guess, like, he just starts talking like Pauly, like he just starts talking like Pauly Shore, like he's like, I guess, like, I mean, he starts talking like he's like on a drug special, like one of those Dare things.
He reminds me of like when you go to when you're in high school and you have an assembly and one of the teachers dresses up differently than they do, and instantly the kids laugh because it's like, oh my god, Mr. Clarkson's wearing a hat. Like, that's what this fucking is. Like, that's the low bar that this boyfriend has presented for us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just bad.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. And like the guys that end up getting hired to the mob guys, these are like the worst mob guys ever.
But I recognize some of them. Fuck, I didn't want to have to do any research. I'm gonna look up these motherfuckers and just so I could see what they're from, because it's gonna piss me off.
I'm pretty sure one of the guys like plays, like, that's what he gets typecast as mob guys in later on stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, he's, he's
all the people now.
He's a lot of fun. I mean, in their sort of heated confrontation, the dad, like, I guess, like, the mob guy hits the door and the dad's there, and then boom, the dad knocks the mob guy out, but he just leaves him, like, with his gun. He just, like, walks over him.
Yeah.
And then he goes to confront old Rico Sarno, who is not afraid to do murder. Like, that guy is ready to kill people.
He's ready to kill everyone. So Brett Cullen plays Frank, the dad, and he's in Ghost Rider. He's Ghost Rider's dad.
That checks out, yeah.
He's also fucking Thomas Wayne in The Joker. He's a congressman in Dark Knight Rises. Okay, so yeah, we've definitely seen him in a multitude of things. He's in True Detective. This guy works a lot. Narcos. All right, so he's in a lot of shit. Then Colleen Morris plays, I don't know who the fuck she plays.
Well, she plays Vicky.
She plays Vicky.
And it's a shame she's not in more stuff, because she's great.
She's in Death Becomes Her, which I think is a great movie, but she plays a starlet there. But she's gorgeous. Like straight up, I fell in love. Austin O'Brien plays the kid, and he is in Last Action Hero. Fuck, he's Danny.
Yeah, this is Danny from Last Action Hero.
And he's in Lawnmower Man, and that's crazy. That's crazy to me. We're going through all these cast members. I'm sorry, just dealing
Yeah,
with
it's fine. That's fine.
Tony Longo, who died in 2015. He plays one of the mafia guys.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. He's in the Tony Longo trilogy, which is a short film series. I don't think he's in Shameless, the Sinatra Club. Pete Smalls is dead. Nothing really that I'm seeing that's like The Mentalist. So he's got some TV work, which is fine. That's cool. Nothing really big there. Mulholland Drive. Okay, he's got some David Lynch. Okay, X
That's huge,
Files.
man. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some good stuff going on. Stuart Franklin plays the smaller mafia guy. Oh, he is in Malcolm in the Middle, That's a Raven, Judging Amy, Tremors, the TV series, Spin City, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Godzilla, the 90s American movie, Rockford Files, Prehysteria. There's a picture of him I saw, Freddy's Nightmares. Teen Wolf 2. That's where I know him from.
Yeah.
He's Styles from Teen Wolf 2.
Yeah.
Stephen Lee plays Rico. I'm assuming he is not Hispanic, but he's in Burlesque with Christina Aguilera. Numbers, Bones, Fear Itself, NCIS, Reigns, which I like Reigns. I don't know if you ever watched Reigns. It was a cop show with Jeff Goldblum, but he saw the spirits of the dead. I don't know.
I think I did see that show.
It was a good show. It was very enjoyable. Nash Bridges, Drew Carey show, Seinfeld. So Carnosaur 3. Oh my God. So this guy is like
He's like a dinosaur vet. He's a dino vet. Like he's in some other ones too.
Yeah, Babylon 5, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Doogie Howser, Quantum Leap, Perry Mason. Like this dude had a nice little career. I've only got 7 more of these. What?
Then we'll get back to the movie. It's good.
Tom Williams, who plays Whitey. Jesus Christ. So he does a bunch of voiceover stuff. And was a PA on Dragnet in 1967.
Hell yeah.
No wonder he looked kind of rough at times. The Nanny, he did baby voiceovers for The Nanny. He did a bunch of baby voices and like Coach, Everybody Loves Raymond, The Steve Harvey Show, Quack Pack. He was in The Wayans Brothers, Saved by the Bell. He was a baby voice in that. Prehysteria, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was a baby voice.
That's wild. I mean, just being known for baby voice, like that's such a weird thing.
Yeah, like he's also a voice in Rover Dangerfield. Like he's a voice in the 1980 Superman show. So I guess mainly voiceover stuff.
Yeah.
Which okay. Samantha Mills played Monica, and Prehysteria was her last credit. Prior to that, she was in Step by Step, California Dreams, which I totally remember was on like right after Saved by the Bell. Good Morning Miss Bliss, which was the original Saved by the Bell. And then Peter Vasquez plays the character of Jefe, who they racistly keep calling Jeffy.
Yeah, Jeffy. But Sarno does that, and he's kind of a douche, so
Yeah.
like it makes sense.
So he is in nope, nothing. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Nice.
He's a voice in that. Unsolved Mysteries. He's one of the reenactors. Crank High Voltage. He plays a Vato Punk. A Che Guevara. Yeah. So I mean, he works. It doesn't, Robot Wars. He was a main character in that. Kindergarten Cop, I think, is his biggest thing. He's a street tough number 1. Sorry to go down that, road.
Just walk down memory lane for these actors. I mean, like everyone. I thought was good in their roles in the movie. I think that like everybody for the most part, like I guess like did a great job. I mean, there were some dumb gangsters in the movie, but I mean,
Yeah.
like those guys are just playing up to the hilt. I mean, it's supposed to be a kids movie, but I mean, there's this one thing where the guy talks about like basically murdering one of his teachers with an ice pick, and you're just like, that got graphic.
Yeah.
Man,
I feel it is like, I think Goosebumps is kind of horror dumbed down for children. I feel this is that, but with a little bit of the edge like brought to it, like the bands can't help themselves. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't have one titty. like in this movie.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I was expecting one, and I mean, even despite the PG-13, I feel like they would
Yeah.
have they would have snuck in like one boob, you know?
Yeah. I feel like at the time period it was acceptable. Oh, he's growing up. Show him a titty. Like that's like
it's just
what
like,
it is.
just give him a cigarette real quick, show him a boob,
Yeah.
tap him on the head, just like move it, and then move it along, kiddo.
Yeah,
You're going
exactly.
places.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's a very different perspective on how kids' movies were made back at a certain time. It's not as polished. But you know, like to be honest, I can't think of the last kids movie I've seen. Maybe Wednesday counts as a kids,
That counts as a kid's thing, I think.
and that has some like dark elements to it and some very dramatic overtones. I guess it's just like you don't expect the foul mouthness to come out from like the kids these age, but it's really it does. I mean, it's truthful to that time period. I just think the dad's a bad dad. I think that's the main point.
So he jokes about throwing the daughter out of a moving pickup, and the kid opens the door of a moving pickup, and I'm like, this is a professional set. They're not just gonna kill that lady, right? Like that's
Yeah.
and I thought there was gonna be like, because everyone's laughing really awkwardly, like the dad is said shit like this before, and yeah, and I mean, like, it's just, I mean, I don't think that there's any kind of safety on the set. I think they're just in a moving pickup truck with a camera like lashed to the front of it, and the kid opens the door, and they're like, haha, we're totally not going to throw this kid out. But I think it would have been like funny if they went through one child actor
Yeah,
making of
probably.
this movie, and then like they had to
Monica
get a
the
second one.
replacement. That's why it's her
Yeah,
last
yeah.
film. It's because they
Yeah.
shot that last. I think like it's also weird the logistics of that because it's dad, daughter who they're going to throw out, son. Son opens the door and is going to what fucking pick up the daughter and throw her over him. Like you're
I don't
at
know.
more of a risk of losing the son at that point. But it's a weird. And I think the only thing she did was disagree with him. So very Donald Trump. Vladimir Putin of you, Dad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's super dark.
yeah.
I think what was another weird I mean, there was like I guess like the scene where everyone's like drinking, or just the dad and the lady were drinking, and then that gets hot and heavy in the house, which is sort of
A lot of sexual tension.
a lot of it in
A
this
lot of
movie.
it. And then it's almost like there's that one section where he's like, well, I'll just sleep on the couch. And then you can tell she's about to give him head. Like,
Yeah.
right then and there.
Like, it's gonna happen right now. Like,
and the dinosaurs are just gonna watch. I don't know. So as far as the trademarks of Full Moon that we cited earlier, right? I don't remember what they were, but I
don't remember what they were either.
think they were bullshit science.
Yeah,
check.
it's there.
Yeah. Special effects. Check.
Yeah, certainly.
Women getting fridged. I don't think that really happened in this one.
She saves the day.
She saves the fucking day.
But it's off screen, so I'm pissed about that.
Yeah. But she's also the smartest person in the entire movie. Like, she's the expert in dinosaurs somehow. So, like,
I mean, because she's like I guess like a real
Archaeologist?
archaeologist.
but wouldn't it be paleontologist? Like, isn't that a separate category of science?
Yeah, but I think she is one. She builds a habitat for these dinosaurs
In a day! In
Yeah.
a day!
and she fixes, and that habitat does not get enough play in the movie, because it's in like they go
It's
in there
incredible.
to, I guess, like kidnap the dinosaurs, and I mean, like, it's enclosed. She's like, I guess, like she's like got the temperature regulated. There's a pond. There's like a little
There's like a waterfall.
there's like a little jungle thing. Like, and you
Yeah.
only see it once when these like guys are just stomping around it.
It's beautiful. Like, I would, like, my dogs, cats, rabbits, fish, they would all love that.
Certainly.
So I don't think she gets fridged. No boobs.
No boobs.
What were the other shits that we said?
I don't know. There was only 5. I think there's only 5.
I think there's 6.
Was there 6?
I don't know. Interconnectivity. They definitely set it up for a sequel, and I know there are at least 2 more sequels.
Yeah. I don't think I bring any of the. I don't think they bring the kid from like Last Action Hero back, though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they're done with him. Elvis the dinosaur eats him.
Okay, so on the topic of Elvis, did they actually use any actual Elvis songs?
Not at
Or
all.
it's just no Elvis songs. It's just sort of like some
Yeah.
guy that's sort of like mumbling like, you know, like, then that's
Yeah.
it.
I feel it's all like, you know, the free songs you can get on YouTube. I feel like that's what this is. because they couldn't afford it. Like, we could barely afford the raisins, much less the Elvis song. But I thought the dinosaurs were great. I thought they
Yeah.
were all like, you didn't spend a lot of time with all of them individually, so I didn't learn all of their characters. Mostly you get Madonna and Elvis.
Yeah.
But they were delightful. They were cute. They were wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And they all, I mean, they're tiny and they blink, and I'm very I don't know how you do that.
yeah.
I don't
Plus,
know how
like,
you do that with a little.
they even show fucking Elvis like stomping his little foot and just
Yeah.
bouncing back and forth and dancing. Yeah, it signed me the fuck up. That was great. How do you rate it?
I mean, how many moons?
Yeah, well, I think it's like full moon, half moon, no
Yeah.
moon.
I'm gonna go half moon. I'm a half moon on this movie. Like,
Okay. No
I guess,
turkeys
like,
for you to fuck.
Jesus Christ, let's not throw back to the fucking turkeys. Yeah, no, I thought it was good. I thought it was, I guess it was all right. I don't know if I'm gonna go back in for like another one. Like,
I
like,
mean, you're going to have to go in for
wait, what? No. Okay, yeah, well, I'll watch the second one and like the third. I'm not gonna go back into this one to watch it again.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, unless, it's like there's like a Patreon thing or something where we have to like because I mean, I think once is enough. Maybe I'll watch it for Vicky. That's a fucked up thing to say, but like, she did. She saved the fucking, like, she saved everyone. And how do you set up something that huge? Rico Sarno making the sort of like the sort of stereotypical villain blunder where there's this big reveal, but he's so nervous he doesn't check like
the cage.
he doesn't check the cage
or hear the cage barking. And also, let's just take it back for one more second. Because I can't express how attractive Vicky is. Vicky is just charmingly, like, perfect 90s beautiful. And there's a scene where Rico Sarno is going to threaten her, so he steals her keys. And then she almost commits homicide on him with like a rock. Then she runs to Bad Dad's house. And then she's trying to explain what happened. Bad Dad starts making fun of her and steals her keys the same fucking way Rico Sarno does. And I thought the movie was going to take a turn where she kills him. And then I just thought this movie was going to do a bunch of stuff it didn't do. So
he makes fun of her for like doing potentially a murder. He doesn't even help her really. He's just like, you silly person. Let's just hang out in my house. And I'm not going to let you leave.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I am.
That's the kind of guy I am.
I took your keys. You can't take them from me.
Yeah.
So get in my house. Like,
it's been 2 years since my wife died. Let's go fuck. I give it probably a half moon as well. Like, I don't think it's exceptional, but it is fun. It's very much a product of its time, and he's a terrible dad.
I think the design for like all of the dinosaurs are like, it's like really good, except for the face of the one. I don't know. I guess like is it Jagger? It's the one that's got like the spikes on its tail. Which one am I?
Stegosaurus. You don't know what a Stegosaurus is?
I think it's a Stegosaurus. Is that?
I'm telling you right now, it's a Stegosaurus, and then I'm questioning. How do you not know what a Stegosaurus is? Didn't you watch?
Okay, but it's
Land
space,
Before Time.
though. It's
no, let's go back. We're missing.
No. Oh yeah, I watched Land Before Time. It's got like the whatever and the who cares, the one little foot thing. So let's cut that. I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of people mad.
Canceled.
I love the Land Before Time. But so going back to the Stegosaurus, I think its face isn't exactly like, of all of the dinosaurs, it's like the least done. So whenever you see it like with its mouth open, it's just like like looking kind of beat up. I mean, they're tiny dinosaurs, so they're not 100%.
But I think also 100%. Like his head is the tiniest of all the heads.
Yeah.
Like, so I bet that like the sculptor was just like, I can't fucking. There's an eye. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna blink, but it's not gonna be super great.
I went to Juilliard, and this is what I'm doing. I feel that statement, but I feel like the only time I ever really see the outlines of like the composite is on Madonna when she's flying into something. And now, every now and then, where she's flying doesn't match with where somebody is looking. Like, she'll be like over here, and they're like, "But oh my god, what is that?" Like sort of thing.
Having no idea where this I guess like this pterodactyl is. Yeah. I think kudos to the puppeteers. I mean, I think they just did a really, really great job. I mean, considering it doesn't look like they've got like I think it looks like they've got like I guess like maybe 1 or 2 sets where they've got space for a puppeteer beneath them. That's I imagine the only way you could like rig those things.
Yeah.
I can just imagine this incredibly tiny, cramped person with little sticks, like please feed me, trying to like move these fucking dinosaurs around.
That's great. I enjoyed the shit out of it though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I liked it. I can't wait. What are we watching next?
We said, didn't we say it's H.P. Lovecraft's something the lurking fear? That's the one.
Yep. Okay, cool. So H.P. Lovecraft's Lurking Fear, which I think will be our first appearance of Jeffrey Combs, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then I'm sorry we didn't get any boobs in this one. But if you like turkeys and birds like David does, then Madonna, the pterodactyl might satisfy that need.
Jesus. I feel like if you need boobs, like you've got the internet because you're watching us, like you can find boobs.
Yeah.
This is
or you're listening to us,
Yeah.
Or if you're watching us, boob right there. You're welcome.
Thank you for presenting, Keith.
Yeah,
We appreciate
anytime.
that.
So thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you guys again once in a full moon. David Howell.
Oh, I'm so fucking pissed at you. Oh,
You're the one that started that.
This is not going to be the thing we keep doing. We're not going to keep doing that.
At a certain point, I won't even have to tell you, and you'll just reluctantly.
You're going to Pavlov's. I'm going to fuck you. This is bullshit. Goodbye, everybody. You guys are great. Fuck you.